Hello Sunshine, this is Joy from Michigan in the US, and today I'm going to do a pour on this 11 by 14 wood panel. I've chosen some blues, I've got some rouge, some coral, gold, the color shift Emerald Flash, which I just love. I have more of this color coming and I'm really glad because I was holding off using it because I didn't want to use it up. And now I have any more, so I'm going to use some of that today. I've got also a teal metallic. I started with the teal by Deco Art, but then I added some phthalo blue and silver, so I put the color on the top there so I know that it's not quite the same, but it's very similar to what was originally there. So for an 11 by 14 I need 5 ounces of paint. This cup would hold, I think, 8 ounces if I remember correctly. So let me see, I'll set that there. And I think I'm going to add a little white. So give me just a second, I'll go grab my white and we'll start layering our cup. All right, so I'm going to start with white, not very much because sometimes white kind of overpowers. So just a little bit of white and a little bit of gold. This is Deco Art Extreme Sheen 24 karat. Actually, you know what? This is not the Deco Art Extreme Sheen. It's the Deco Art Metallics. I forgot that I switched. All right. And then we're going to do Prussian blue, which I have put a base coat of Prussian blue down already. And sorry for the little pitter patter of feet. That is my dog. She is supposed to be napping, but has decided that didn't sound like a good idea to her. So, all right. We're going to add some of this Emerald Flash. Then I'm going to go back to just a little tiny bit of white. And then let's add some of this phthalo blue. I pulled out a lot of colors and I'm really not sure that I'm going to use all of them. So they're all sitting here. And I'm not even sure. Not even sure if I'm going to use them. Let's see if I can move this a little bit. I don't know where the good spot is for you guys to be able to see it. So this is, I started with ruby and then I adjusted it so it's more this color. So I reuse these bottles and I just put the paint on the top there so I know what's in there. So it's kind of like a coral, but not really. I don't want a ton of that, but I do like the look of the coral with gold and ruby, or not ruby, I'm sorry, rouge together. So let's put some, oh, sorry about my camera there. Shiloh, go lay down. And then we'll go back to, I think I'm gonna leave the teal out. Well, do I put teal in or do I not? Let's go back to Prussian. Maybe I'll add some teal on the outside. And then just a teeny tiny bit of white. I really don't want this white to take over, so I'm trying to be very light-handed with it. My puppy is not listening very well today. These bottles, the color shift bottles, are kind of hard to squeeze, so I ordered a bigger container of this and I won't be reusing them because they're so hard to squeeze out of that bottle. And then let's go to the, you know what, let's do some gold and then we'll do this metallic teal. Why not? A little more. And then I'm going to go to the phthalo blue. And then we're going to do 3 more colors and then we'll be done. And we'll pour it out. Rouge, gold, and my custom coral-ish color. We'll end with that. All right, guys. Setting my paints aside. All right. I'll be right back and we can pour this onto the canvas. All right, guys, here's my cup. I hope you can see that. It's very, very pretty. Let's see what we get. Look at those colors. Going really high to kind of blend some of those colors and then coming down a little bit lower. That coral really took over. I'm not loving that. Oh, I feel like there's some clumps in there. And then I'm going to end with a ring pour. And I don't want all that white, so I'm stopping early on purpose. See if we can not have too much white at the top. All right, I'm gonna hit this with a torch and then we'll start stretching. All right, guys, here goes nothing. This Prussian blue that I used as a background is very highly pigmented. I've stained my hands already using it several times, but that's okay. All right, I wanted to try a different way of stretching this. First, I'm gonna get it a little more towards the middle. I really love this side, so I'm gonna go to this corner first, which is gonna squish all that down really tightly, which seems like the opposite of what we want to do. But what happens is, I'm going to leave this corner blue. When you pull it, when you go the other way, it opens all that up. So, although it's really shifting more than I expected it to. It like went right back to where we started, but that's okay. We'll take our time. Try not to rush so much. It's a constant lesson for me. I'm gonna go back to the center and now I'm gonna go to this corner. I lost much more. I was watching one side and not both sides, and I really should have watched both sides, but because I lost more than I really wanted to. All right, let's get this corner. I feel like there's a film on top of my Prussian blue that I laid down as my base coat, and I did torch it a lot. So I'm wondering if I torched it too much, which is entirely possible, unfortunately. All right. Stretch this way just a little bit more. I do want that corner to have a little bit of negative space. Okay, I'm gonna set that down for just a minute. Picking up the paint from the table, because there is a fair amount of it, and putting it especially on my corners and edges. Because this is a wood panel, the edges are more, I've noticed, resistant to holding on to the paint. So I just have to be aware of that and, check your edges frequently. I don't think there's any such thing as checking them too often or touching them up too often. So, all right, I'm hoping to just get some Prussian blue on the corners, which if, I could just grab my squirt bottle and apply it that way, I guess. But I'd like to use the drips off the table if I can. So I hope you all are doing well. If you haven't already, I would love it if you'd hit that subscribe button. I am not actively pursuing an increase in my followers, but it's always nice to see. It's always encouraging. All right, so I need to go wash all this paint off my hands because look at that. This Prussian blue is just so deep. Okay, I'm gonna go wash my hands And then I will come back, hit this with a torch. There's something going on here. I almost feel like there must be a clump there or something. I don't have a skewer. Like, I'm just not sure why that happened. All right, I'm gonna leave that for a minute and think about it. I'll be right back, guys. All right, guys, I am just about done. I really, really love this. I love this negative space here. I want just a little more negative space down here. And there's some really pretty things going on, but I think I could sacrifice that and be okay. So I'm going to attempt, oh, this is the wrong color. Let's first start with the right color. Take my Prussian blue and kind of create a new line for the paint. And then I will stretch it just a tiny bit just to kind of adjust that little spot right there, while trying to watch the rest of the painting, which is easier said than done. Okay, take it back a little bit. I like how slowly it's moving. That's a good thing. Oh my goodness, look at all the paint on that cup. I'm gonna have to fix that. Sorry, that's my silly puppers, who's been told to stop several times and is like, but Mom, I just want to play. She's not really interested in whether I think she should be making that much noise right now or not. Okay. All right, guys, I think that's it for this one. I'm really, really loving it. So I'm going to give you a close-up. Watch at the end of this video. I've been trying to add the dried results at the very end. So if you're interested in seeing how this dries, watch the very end of the video. Thanks so much, guys. I will see you on the next one. All right, guys, bonus bits. If you love this piece as it is, don't watch. I am going to add just a teeny tiny bit of wrecking. I absolutely adore everything here. I just don't like this center, which I'm sure would bother some people because it's well done, in my opinion. It sounds like I'm bragging on myself. The ring portion of it worked really well, but I just feel like if I just wrecked just a little bit of it, not too much, it could really add something. So cross your fingers and hope that I don't regret this decision. I'm using this, it's like a rubber tipped tool. Used to be my grandma's. Whew, this is making me nervous. Here we go. I'm gonna start here. See if we can draw that out a little bit more. I almost feel like that ruined it, guys. Ah! Okay. I'm not loving what I did, but we'll see. I'm gonna let it grow on me for a little bit. All right, guys, leave me a comment. Which version did you like best? Before it was wrecked, after it was wrecked, or after it was stretched after it was wrecked? Sorry, my puppers is driving me bonkers. Okay. Yes, let me know which version you liked. Here is the final version because I can't take back what I've already done. I did end up stretching it a little bit because the wrecking wasn't doing what I wanted it to. I just think this is my favorite part right there. It's so pretty. So I will see how this one dries. I will add the dried results to the end of this video. And I will see you guys soon, I'm sure. Thanks so much for joining me. Hello, my lovely people. Here are the dried results for this pour. I'll see if I can catch it. There we go. See the texture in my Prussian blue? Pretty sure I over torched that, so I may paint over that or just pour that edge with fresh Prussian blue. Or I may leave it. I'm trying to decide if that texture bothers me or not. I do plan to resin this piece, so that will magnify this texture. So I have to think that through. But I think it dried really, really lovely. Look at the little color shift going on there. Again, my favorite section for sure is right through here. That little bit of lacing right there is so pretty, but I just love all of this. The wrecking, as I watched the video again, it kind of went spiderwebby, and that's what I did not like. So I think if I had wrecked it like this, rather than going straight up through that kind of made it more look like a spider web. So mental note for me for next time, I can wreck it just a little bit differently, but I still think I'm pleased with it. Still happy with the results. Don't mind my little cat hair there. Thankfully that was just on the surface. So yeah, I think I'm happy with this one. Let me know what you guys think. And I will see you guys soon. Have a great day.